In this tutorial, we'll be taking a look at the calculation procedure in the eFORMz composer. So let's say you needed a total for a particular variable. For example, in this sample checks sample project, which is made available in the default installation of eFORMz in the eFORMz 6 projects sample folder, you'll see this samp chk.efz project, sample checks project, which I have open on the screen. And you'll note that in this payment amount area we have, of course, all the payments, but there's no total. There's no total at all. So how do we get the total amount paid down here when we don't have a total? Well, first we want to create a variable of the payment amount. And so let's go ahead and just left click and drag and scroll down to get everything. Right click and select add variable. And of course we'll call this payment amount. That's easy enough to do. So we have the payment amount here, and we'll select OK. Of course, that's gone now, and so we'll have to quickly, before we continue, right click, select add rule, place text, and we'll just keep it as, well, no, we'll give it a name. We'll call it payment amount, since we've given all the other rules names in this project. And go ahead and select the variable and select OK, and select OK again, and it'll appear, and we'll drag it to where we want it. That's pretty good right there. Well, there we go. Doesn't have to be perfect. And so we have that. Now, we have the payment amount information picked up. How is it that we're going to calculate it? Well, we can right click that variable and select add precondition procedure calculation. And the procedure properties will display. We'll go ahead and call this sum total, since we're summing everything up. That's what we want to do here. And click OK. We want, of course, add, although it gives us several other options: subtract, subtract from, multiply, divide by, divide into. We'll add, and we're going to select the variable that we created earlier, which is payment amount. And we'll go ahead and select OK. And once we have that, we're going to want to create a global variable. If we go back over to our project window here, right click the project and select add global variable. And we can go ahead and just leave this as global variable 1 and select OK. And so we have our global variable. We're going to right click sum total here, and we're going to select add action, and we're going to select sum. And we're going to sum the contents of this variable. We're going to add the contents of this variable to the global variable we just created. And we'll select OK. And if we go to the variables window down here and we select the global tab, we'll see we have ourselves a total. All of the values that we wanted to add up from our payment amount have been added. They, of course, still have not been placed. So to place the calculation, we can right-click total amount paid, select add rule, and place text. And we'll call this place sum. That's easy enough to do. This will use variable, our global variable. There we go. And we will go ahead and select OK, and select OK again, and there it is, and we'll drag it and drop it to a good location. So that is a brief look at how to use the calculation procedure in eFORMz.